Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm drawing Iuno again from Wuthering Waves. Iuno is the Latin name of the Roman goddess Juno, who is the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Hera. Hera is the queen of gods, the goddess of love and marriage and the wife of Zeus, the god of all gods, the god of thunder and lightning, the most powerful god on Olympus. In this context, it's interesting that in the game Iuno is close to Augusta, who is essentially a character with the power of lightning and thunder. The Iuno's appearance is partially inspired by Greek mythology and partially by the Art Nouveau style that has had a huge influence on the entire anime culture. As for the influence of Art Nouveau, we can see it in the design of Iuno's weapon. It is very similar to those patterns enclosed in a circle that are kind of frames in the paintings of Alphonse Mucha, one of the brightest representatives of Art Nouveau style. The style of Art Nouveau, like all European art of that time, was strongly inspired by Japanese art. Japanese prints, its dynamic two-dimensional graphic language had a strong influence on early Van Gogh's art. But we're getting off topic. So why I choose this pose for Iuno this time? I found this pose the most dynamic among those sketches I did, and this is what I needed. If we will draw dynamic lines like this, we see that her body forms a dynamic triangle shape with a sharp point pointing in the direction of her arrow. Her hair and the shape of her weapon form a figure of 8, converging on the moon symbol I added near her arrow. The triangle is a very dynamic shape, and at the same time the figure 8 converges towards the center, in the brightest point that is located near the character's face. The rounded shape adds softness, and this is exactly how I imagine Iuno is. She is gentle and yet goal-oriented. What also adds dynamics is that her body is twisted. Her head and shoulders are turned to one side and her hips to the other. Her arms continue the direction set by her arrow. All this is good for creating a general direction of movement in the drawing. As you may already know, if you are not new to my channel, I first draw the character without clothes to check the anatomy. I will add the clothes later in the process of drawing. In the meantime, what is more important, I am deciding on the lighting. I already added a soft light green ambient light which comes from below. An additional purple-pink light source gives its rim light from one of the sides. And the main light source will be a small shiny symbol of moon, which I will add at the very end of the work. But I will keep this light source in mind, and it will be located right next to the arrow, next to the arm of the character. Additional soft light sources will also be the bracelets on the Iuno's hands, crescent-shaped bracelets that I'll draw a bit later, as well as her weapon and the crystals located on it, which will reflect the light. Here I pay very close attention to the character's hair. I add strands of her hair very carefully and with a lot of attention because they play a big role in creating the dynamic of movement in the picture. They create a sense of dynamic as well as the depth of the space, since those traits closer to us are darker and those further away are lighter, and in addition I additionally illuminated them to create greater depth of space. Also, the hair plays the role of a frame in the painting here. It frames the character. I really enjoyed drawing her weapons. I love drawing metal surfaces transmit their glare roughness, and those crystals are magic and beautiful. Bit by bit I'm adding glosses on half transparent layers. It's really convenient, as you can see the body of the character and will not miss any details, and you can do it without screwing the proportions. In addition, the translucent layer makes it possible to mix a new color with the existing colors on the character's body or the colors of the ambience. That is, we preserve everything about the colors, all the midtones, all the highlights that give us additional light sources, and we achieve some new beautiful effects, new beautiful colors. I add the final touches of color using overlay layers. Overlay mode layers give us more saturated colors, combining already existed colors on the painting with new ones you adding. In the very end, I'm adding some dynamic shiny lines to emphasize the character's movement. And finally, I add a shining little moon. I do it with color dodge layers. These are the layers that give the brightest effects on the painting. This is truly the most powerful weapon, so I use it exclusively at the end of the work and very carefully, so as not to overload the work with shiny effects. And of course, I don't forget about those glares, which the little moon gives casts onto all the surrounding objects closest to it. During my work, I try to keep as few layers as possible. As soon as I see that my character is ready, I merge all the layers for the character, and draw the character in one layer. Also, I have one or two or three layers for the background, and also several layers for the special effects like color dodge, etc. When the work is ready, I merge all the layers into one and add some final additional touches. I look at everything in the final glance, and voila! I hope this video was interesting and fun for you, as it was for me to draw Iuno. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel so as not miss my new videos. See you very soon with new art, and bye bye!